Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the Cincinnati Reds and the Cubs. Matt Vasgersian here with you. It's been a long off season, a lot of changes, but these folks here tonight are ready to get their first real look at their guys here this year. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys, no question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Chicago Cubs.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who'll get the starting assignment here in this home opener. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
I think you really have to be patient in this one. Work the count, take some pitches, and then put the ball in play. I think you're going to have to try to manufacture runs one base hit at a time.
John Lester gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, remember, he's got 5 pitches to work with, so that really makes it difficult for the hitter. He can change speeds, ball moving in and out. Not a lot of fun for the hitters.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. But defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
Zach Cozart heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. Underway now in the home opener as the first pitch is in there for a called strike one. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they come in hoping not to fall too deep into an early season hole as they're just 1-5 to start the new campaign.
And you know, the little things have been a recurring theme on these telecasts for years now, but when you're in a losing streak like this, no matter how minor it is, it always seems like the little things are going the other team's way. That has certainly been the case these last few games.
Yeah, an easy fly ball there to start the ball game. One of the big keys for him in this one is going to be keeping that leadoff man off base. He's off to a good start here.
Eugenio Suarez will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt the squeeze at times on the corners, but I still think he does a good job of rewarding guys for making good pitches.
Bases are empty, one man out. Got him.
Obviously, it'll be very important to keep these top two guys off base going forward. They're the ones that set the table and make this team go. So that's a good job here to set them down to start the ball game.
Joey Votto will stand in, 1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's ball game.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And this is swung on and missed as they jump ahead of Votto here, 0-2. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Lester gets the sign. Here it is on 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Reds are down in order, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And count Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Yeah, you know, you have to be careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. I mean, he brings a pretty serious slugging percentage into this one, over 700 on the year. And I'll tell you, if he can finish with numbers like this, he'll be up there with some pretty famous names. He's having one heck of a season.
Brendan Finnegan will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, this will be his second start of the season. In his first start, he already got himself in the win column. He'll be looking to add to that here.
And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, these guys arguably have the most enjoyable second baseman to watch in the entire game. I mean, Brandon Phillips makes acrobatic plays, things that you don't think are humanly possible. Nothing gets by him. He's got range that's out of this world, quick first step, real soft hands. It's just a joy to watch.
Dexter Fowler is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. And Eric, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Hit hard towards center, and that's a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
Jason Hayward will stand in. He drove in one of the 2 runs in yesterday's ball game. First things first, here's a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. He's set. Here it comes. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. On the move now is Fowler. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And they won't get Fowler as he takes second with ease.
And this is one of those guys that can certainly be an X factor in this series. He sets a tone early here with a first inning steal of second base.
No one out with a runner at second. And the sinking fastball called strike three, and that's out number one.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show track, and you're just not going to get a better location than that pitch with 2 strikes.
Chris Bryant will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. A throw behind the runner at second. Back in standing. Here's the first pitch to him. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. One out and a runner on second base. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Boy, as a hitter, you know you're hoping to get that ball into the outfield somewhere, make it hit the grass, give your guy a chance to score. In this situation, all he does is get to third base. That's not a big help.
Anthony Rizzo will stride in now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's ball game.
When you're hitting under 200 on the season, you've got to come up with a good performance every once in a while, and yesterday was one of those.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
And this is maybe not a pitch around situation, but you need to be real careful with a guy like this and 2 away.
2 outs here with a runner at third. In for a strike. It's 1-1. One and one. Here it is. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. 3-1 now.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Line drive to center field. And the Cubs are going to strike first here. It's a base hit, and they have taken a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's a good job right there with 2 away to pick up the first run of the ball game from third base. Very important to cash in when you're given the early opportunities, and he comes through big time right there.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Now you've got a run already in, another runner on first. You got to think this has to be a fastball here.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Cozart has it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. The Cubbies are in front, 1-0. Brandon Phillips stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, when you're hitting under 200 for the season, games like yesterday are going to happen on a regular basis.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Hit out towards second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, the catcher, number 39, Devin Mesoraco.
Devin Mesoraco will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. On the ground to the left side. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Jay Bruce into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Lester's ready. First pitch on the way. Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Takes just 4 pitches to set down the Reds. It remains 1-0. Jorge Soler strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Jorge Soler.
Shot back up the middle, and this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Here's Addison Russell, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch he'll lean on it, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
And he falls behind 0-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
This is just an excellent pitch right here. Location right at the bottom of the strike zone. And if you don't get him to swing through it, hopefully he's going to hit that ball on the ground somewhere, and you'll get ground ball outs. But they'll take that strikeout for out number 1.
Stepping in now, David Ross. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. Now a snap throw to first, and the runner back. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and the runner back safely. Runners on first with 1 down. And another snap throw to the bag, and a dive, but he's back. This is in the air out to left field. Duvall is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Into the box, John Lester. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And low. It's a ball and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, when you're struggling as a ball club, this is when you got to force the issue a little bit. And that can mean being aggressive on the bases. And now he's into second here on the stolen base.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that's pretty good patience out there out of a pitcher who's acting like a hitter, especially with 2 outs.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One left for the Cubs. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Adam Duvall will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Lester has his target. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. A solo shot here to left, and with it the Reds have tied the ball game at 1.
Well, this is just their first hit of the night, but what a hit it was. He squares up on this thing perfectly and just drives it over the wall. That had some serious hang time to it.
Now in the box, Brandon Finnegan, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Finnegan.
Into the windup and the pitch. Lays off 1-0.
That's a pitch that you got to stay on top of, or else it'll take off on you just like that one did.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Under this one is Soler, and he'll handle it for the first out.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that's through for a hit.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Zach Cozart.
Zach Cozart steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Lester will check in on first, and he's back standing. And another throw over. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. The second for 1 on to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch, and that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what, thank you very much.
Striding into the box, Eugenio Suarez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, one ball, one strike.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Squared that one up just a little late. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 2 out with the man at first. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. But the Reds are able to square things up on this solo home run. We played 2.5, all tied at 1-1. Dexter Fowler will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
And you know, guys, I just love the way he went the other way with that. Now I'm interested to see if he has a similar approach in this at-bat.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Ready on 1-2. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. High in the air and deep to left center field. Duvall going back on it, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Off the bat, I thought this thing might be caught, but it just keeps going and going, and he nearly got it out of here as he winds up hitting it off the track. He's into second base here with a leadoff double.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. For Fowler, he's at second with his second double of this young season. A runner at second, nobody out. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Surprised at all that they're coming right after him this way?
A little bit. I like it. It's good for the game, but this is definitely a guy that can hurt you if you're not careful.
Now a pickoff play at second, and the runner will get back standing. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
Spinning a throw back to second, and the runner back easily.
Keeping him close.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at our upcoming schedule to see where we'll be for the next 7 days. Coming to the plate now, Chris Bryant. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
One-0 count. Here it is. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
The 2-2 pitch. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Now this is exactly how you go about shutting down a leadoff double. He turned right around, struck out the next 2 guys. So now they're going to need a little 2-out magic if they're going to dent that scoreboard.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. That's by him for strike 1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Duvall has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. The 2010 NL MVP Joey Votto will start us out when we come back. 3 innings complete, all tied at 1-1. And there is the dangerous Mr. Votto now. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie. Hit hard to short. Backhanded. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The second baseman, number 4, Brandon Phillips.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in, the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. Heading out towards shallow right. Hayward giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
Devin Mesoraco stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Into the seats, 0-1. Lester into his motion. Here's the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Hayward moves over, and that retires the side. Takes just 4 pitches to set down the Reds. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Ben Zobrist is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Second baseman, Ben Zobrist.
And he takes ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Chopped weakly to the left. Suarez scoops it up. A quick out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Jorge Soler.
Now to the plate, Jorge Soler. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And you know the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
Addison Russell is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back in. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
All three pitches down in the zone here. And when you're facing a sinker baller, you've got to expect that's where they're going to be. And he was probably fortunate that he didn't hit that one, or he might have bounced into a double play.
Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he'll dive back in safely. Standing in now, David Ross. Toss started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Runners off for second. Pitch inside. The throw not in time as he steals second.
Well, they've got to figure out some way to shut down this running game. And I think it has to start out there on the mound with maybe the guy holding on to the ball a little bit longer or showing a couple different looks.
Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. 2 out here and a runner at second. Line drive caught at first by Votto. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Jay Bruce heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
The right fielder, number 32, Jay Bruce.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Smoke the other way. High and deep to left. So they're going back. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot there for Jay Bruce. And the Reds now take a 2-1 lead.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Into the box now, Adam Duvall, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Good hard sinker, but he lays off to even things at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away.
Well, you know as well as I do, EK, that there's a big difference between going the other way with a pitch and just flat out being late. That's why he couldn't really drive that ball to right field.
In now, Brandon Finnegan. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. One out, nobody on. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike three called, and there are two down.
We'll take a look here at his pitch count. You can see, at least early on, he's been around the plate quite a bit. 36 strikes so far. That's a sign that his location is where it needs to be.
Ready now, Billy Hamilton. He singled his last time up. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Two runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Hard hit ball to second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Reds get a run on the J. Bruce Dinger. Middle of the night on the north side. It's now 2-1 Cincy. John Lester will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And they'll start things out with a changeup here, but this is a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
Well,
2-0.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. 1 away.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Dexter Fowler will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Drilled on the ground to short. Fielded by Cozart. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 22, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Beaten into the ground over to first. On to the bag with it himself is Votto, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still trail it here 2-1. Eugenio Suarez will stride in as he'll lead things off here in the Cincinnati 6th.
Eugenio Suarez.
And, oh, look out as the cutter ran way in and just about drilled him. That's inside. 2-0.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
The 2-0 on the way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he'll make it as he starts out inning number 6 with a leadoff triple. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune.
Something you don't see all that often, and it's still one of the most exciting plays in all of the game as far as I'm concerned. I was thinking that he might get held up at third, but he was having none of that. He had that inside the park home run on his mind from the get-go, and sure enough, he winds up getting it all.
In is Joey Votto now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. And another foul ball. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Drilled to the right side. But the bag with it himself is Rizzo for the out.
The second baseman, number
You get a
4.
look there at his pitch breakdown so far. Well, that sinker of his is a great weapon to have, and he picked the right spot to use it there.
Brandon Phillips digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And this one misses to Phillips. It's a ball and a strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Grounded back up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw to first takes care of Phillips, and he's retired for out number 2.
Wow, he's been like a cat with 9 lives out there. Normally, when you give up 3 home runs, you're going to be in big trouble. But luckily, they've been solo homers, so it's kept them in the ballgame.
Devin Mesoraco will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball's too high here. 1-0. ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Reds lead it 3-1. Chris Bryant will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the 6th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Line softly toward the hole, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Anthony Rizzo will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And, you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around. And that's a good job to start this guy with strike 1.
Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. A dive, but he's back. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really spot on so far.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ben Zobrist. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Here comes the first pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. I'll tell you, he's already hit one guy. He is not afraid to work inside.
No, and as much as I hate to say it, pitchers have just as much right to the inside part of the plate as you do.
Now a snap throw to first, and he'll dive back in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
And another snap throw to the bag. And he just manages to get his hand in. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
And he'll snap one over to first. And he'll get back in safely. Now a sinker's low off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And the runner back. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Now a throw over to first. Runner back safely. Here it is on 3-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Duvall is there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Boy, what a nice 3-1 changeup right there. That swing's basically all arms. He's all geared up to get that fastball, and it ends up being an easy flyout.
Settling in now, Jorge Soler. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never does, but I can think of a lot worse places to get dosed.
From the stretch. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Yeah, that's where you need to be selective. That was a pitcher's pitch, and now you give that advantage right back.
Hit hard back up the middle. In there, a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And he is in there.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
Addison Russell will come forward now in a great RBI chance here with runners at the corners.
And these opportunities have been few and far between so far. They've got to make something happen soon, or this game might just get away from them.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. Almost big trouble there, but he'll wind up stranding 2 as the side is retired. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Reds leading this one as we start the 7th, and before we commence, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Jay Bruce will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and you got to figure if he's going to jump the yard here, it's going to have to be to left field, because I don't think they're going to give him anything inside that he can pull.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
This is qualified for a quality start so far. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 3 runs allowed. Now, just needs a little help from the bats.
Adam Duvall will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First offering on its way. Liner towards second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Now as this game goes along, you have to wonder whether or not this will be his last inning of work. He's due to bat second when their turn comes around.
Brandon Finnegan will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Slice down the left side, but foul. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Line to the right side. Hayward is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Reds, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Leading off the inning, David Ross, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Matt Caesar is into the on-deck circle now as he'll pinch hit for the pitcher, Lester.
Matt Caesar.
Line towards center field. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for route number 2.
That's one of the first balls they've really hit hard off him so far, and pretty fortunate that this one's right at his man for the out.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1.
Well, we've talked about all the strikeouts. The only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
That evens it up, 1-1. One run, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
Hit back up the middle. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They still trail it here 3-1. Pedro Strop will be summoned from the bullpen now, so he'll take over to start inning number 8.
46, Pedro Strop.
Leading off the inning, Billy Hamilton, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Hayward is there to put it away, and they couldn't ask for more than a one-pitch out to begin the 8th.
Shortstop Zach Cozart.
Zach Cozart will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And that's in there for strike 1. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. Soler is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
As a manager, you love your relievers to come in and give you plenty of strikeouts. But I'll tell you what, there isn't a manager alive that'll get upset when you come in and get 2 outs on 3 pitches.
Eugenio Suarez comes forward again, and he got his workout in for the day last time around after legging out an inside-the-park home run.
Man, that was so much fun to watch. There's only a few moments in baseball that can be as exciting as an inside-the-parker.
Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Fowler. And that's the third out. Stick around because Jason Hayward will lead things off when we come back. It's the Reds 3 and the Cubs 1. Blake Wood is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Blake Wood.
And there is Jason Hayward. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Here comes the 1-0. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
And down by 2, you better believe they'll take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Grounded back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
A good job there of making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Chris Bryant will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A runner at first with no outs here. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Here's the 1-1. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Here's a look over to first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. One and 2, here it comes. And there he goes towards second. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Well, for a relief pitcher, he hasn't given him a whole lot of relief. That's back-to-back singles now since he showed up, and he's in a peck of trouble now.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
First pitch on its way. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there. But, hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
1-0 pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Here he comes on 2-0. Chopped foul right at home plate. And the pitch on 2-1. Boy, he just threw that fastball by him.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
That's a big strikeout here with that tying run still at first. And now you're basically a ground ball away from getting out of this.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Ben Zobrist. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back safely.
Just checking.
Grounded to the right. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's now a 3-2 contest.
Got a fastball to his liking. It was middle in, so he was able to turn on it and pull it right through the hole to pick up the RBI.
Jumbo Diaz will come on and make his fourth appearance in this campaign.
Jumbo Diaz.
Jorge Soler will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet, so this is no small task.
Trying to hold the lead. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Phillips will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2.
You certainly love a one-pitch pop-out in that spot. That's like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Russell.
Addison Russell will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Munenori Kawasaki will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 66. Munenori Kawasaki.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. On a great pitch there, caught in reach, and it's 1-1.
You know a guy throws hard when his changeup's at 89.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a ball hit in the air. Mesoraco has a play, and the inning is over. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. 9th inning coming up. It's the Reds 3 and the Cubs 2. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown as we're set here to start the 9th inning from Wrigley Field. Musaki will stay in the ball game as the new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 66.
Joey Votto will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball, 1-1. He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
One thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
Brandon Phillips will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
And this one misses to Phillips. It's a ball and a strike. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. And that's low, ball 4.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Devin Mesoraco stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's Jay Bruce now. Hit hard towards second. Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Reds leave 1, but they still lead it 3-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. J.J. Hoover is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the 5th spot, number 60, J.J. Hoover. Now catching and batting in the 8th spot, number 16.
Striding in to start the ninth, David Ross, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Miguel Montero will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 47, Miguel Montero.
Swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. And it's quickly 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you've got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
Hit hard, but foul toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, looks like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Lofted in the air out to right field. Bruce giving chase. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away.
With him in there trying to preserve a 1-run lead, the first thing he wants to do, don't let that leadoff hitter get on base to start the inning. That's a nice way to approach things. Now he's just 2 outs away from wrapping this one up.
Kyle Schwarber will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 12, Kyle Schwarber.
Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Now here's the pitch. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to it here. 3-1.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck. And, you know, they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
Grounded up the first baseline. But a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. 1 out, nobody on. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Well, as a closer, you don't want to walk anybody, but obviously that's not always going to be the case. So with 1 away, that gives these guys renewed hope.
Dexter Fowler comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. And that misses inside 1-0. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there's got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
Here it comes, 1-0. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
chopped foul at the plate and will do it again. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
That is a big time to come up with a strikeout in a tight game like this. You still got that tying run over there at first, but with 2 away now, you don't necessarily need a ground ball to get you out of this.
Jason Hayward digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. And he lays off there, 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
And once he's seen that you've got a little loop in your swing, he won't be afraid to throw that pitch in a spot like this.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
You know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
The 2-1 on its way. And this is swung on and missed, so the Cubs are down to their final strike here.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Towards second. Throw on to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Reds have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and that's a good job to come right out here and set the tempo for this series as they finish off a good road victory here in game 1.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Reds win this one 3-2. Good night from Chicago.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, They left 3 men on base. For the Cubs, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. The winning pitcher is Brandon Finnegan. His record is now 2-0. Give the save to J.J. Hoover, his 4th. The loss goes to John Lester. He falls to 0-2. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.